The Chicago Cubs pick up another thrilling victory against the Milwaukee Brewers, and the truth finally comes out about Kyle Tucker. We got to talk about it, y'all. I'm hyped. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. Listen, let me tell you something. The Chicago Cubs prove me wrong. They have continued to prove me wrong all season. Just when we're ready to give up on them, just when we're ready to think that this team is down and out and finished, they continue to show me why I should continue to believe in the Chicago Cubs. And listen, let me tell you something. It's no joke, baby. The Chicago Cubs are the real deal. They go ahead and pick up another victory, another thrilling victory against the Milwaukee Brewers. They pick up a series victory against the Milwaukee Brewers, and on top of that, I wonder what the season series is. Let's look at the current regular season series. So, Cubs won the first game, Cubs won the second game, Brewers won the third game, Cubs won again, Brewers. Wait, hold on. So it was Brewers. It does look like the Cubs potentially won the season series against them too. Yep. Yeah, the Chicago Cubs win the season series against the Milwaukee Brewers. I mean, listen, if this Cubs run is what sends the Milwaukee Brewers spiraling back to earth and the Chicago Cubs are able to catch up to them, then damn it, we'll have ourselves a pennant race here, baby. And listen, there's nothing more fun, nothing more exciting in September than board watching a pennant race between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. You know, there's something to be said for how good a team looks, or when a team peaks early August, July, and there's still baseball left to be played. The Chicago Cubs did it themselves last year. I think that, you know, they peaked early. They went, and then they went on a small run late, but they ran out of time. But the Chicago Cubs this season have literally, for the most part, remained consistent, even with the drop off in the hitting department. The Chicago Cubs still found themselves able to keep games close due to great pitching, and also to allow themselves the opportunity to win ball games. Colin Ray picks up his 10th, count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10th win of the season. Man, I don't really know. Like I said, I did not expect this from Colin Ray. I did not expect him to come and to be able to do this type of success in the lineup for the Chicago Cubs. But lo and behold, here we are. Colin Ray having success. 10-5 on the season. The Chicago Cubs are now 73-54 on the season. And of course, every single time the Chicago Cubs win, we got to fly the W. And of course, today is no different. Today we fly the W for the Chicago Cubs, picking up their third victory of the week against the Milwaukee Brewers. And man, let me tell y'all something. This one was more thrilling than any of the other ones. Joe Mizorowski is the all-star pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers. Guy is tall, long, lanky, and throws heat. But literally, this guy has continued to play and struggle against the Chicago Cubs. This is the second time that he's pitched against the Chicago Cubs, and both times he struggled very mightily against the Chicago Cubs. He came into this game through heat the first inning, but immediately got into trouble in that second inning and the third inning. And like I said, it just all went downhill for him there. Where he walked three guys, and then one big hit from Michael Busch gave him three earned runs. And literally, Michael Busch cleared the bases with a double out into the alley. And yeah, man, the Chicago Cubs did not look back from there. The game never tied up because Matt Shaw came through for the Chicago Cubs and homered in the bottom of the eighth inning, and extended the Chicago Cubs lead that would actually be the deciding run in this game. So once again, your pick to perform player of the game is none other than Matt Shaw, going 1-for-2 with a walk in this game, a home run and an RBI and a run scored. Matt Shaw hits his 11th home run of the season. I need to ask you guys a question. I need you guys to comment below. Do you believe in Matt Shaw as our third base now? Are you beginning to believe, are you beginning to have faith that Matt Shaw can be our third baseman, not only for this season, but the third baseman of the future? He's beginning to show you that pop, beginning to show you those ABs, and he's hitting the home runs. He's doing what he needs to do to get his batting average up. I've been thoroughly impressed with Matt Shaw, Owen Casey, Nico Horner, obviously always, and Michael Busch in this series against the Milwaukee Brewers. I think that they have shown that at this stage, the Chicago Cubs can play with anybody. They can play with anybody. You're without Kyle Tucker, and still you're still having this type of success. PCA in this game went 0-for-3, and you still beat them. Still beat them. You beat them off the backs of Michael Busch and Matt Shaw. And listen, let me tell you something. The rest of the guys, and there's what's went 0-for-2. Owen Casey went 0-for-2. Nico Horner went 0-for-3. Carson Kelly went 0-for-3. Pete Crow Armstrong went 0-for-3. Say Suzuki went 1-for-4. He got a double that they were unable to capitalize on. Ian Happ went 0-for-4. And then Michael Busch went 2-for-4 in this game. What the Chicago Cubs have is guys that can get big clutch hits, and they have great pitching. Great pitching. Colin Ray came in, gave you 5 2/3 with 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts on 96 pitches, 53 of those being strikes. And then Caleb Thielbar came in behind him, pitched 1 1/3 inning, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 17 pitches, 12 of those being strikes. Then Brad Keller came in and hit him 1, 2, 3 immediately with 1 strikeout on 10 pitches, 7 of those being strikes. And then Dane Palencia, he had some struggles. He did give up an earned run in this game. He did walk 2. But at the same time, he also struck out 2. And on 28 pitches, 17 of those being strikes, he got his 18th save of the season. Listen, it was close. It was frightful. But at the same time, the Chicago Cubs did what they needed to do. They won this game. Like I said, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And the Chicago Cubs, don't look now, Brewers, the Chicago Cubs and the standings are creeping up on you. I did not, for one, expect the Chicago Cubs to come out of this series, winning this series against the Brewers. They're still 6 back. There's still much work to do, but there's still also very much time to get that work done. And the time starts tomorrow, Thursday, 1:20 start time, matinee game. Who do we have on the mound? Our ace, Shota Imanaga. Shota Imanaga needs to have his best stuff ahead of him. He will be going up against Quinn Priester, who is 11-2 with a 3.48 ERA. And it'll be Shota Imanaga pitching for the Chicago Cubs, a lefty who is 8-5 with a 3.06 ERA. I feel comfortable. I feel confident every single time Shota Imanaga comes to play. I feel good. And the first inning will tell you what you get from Shota Imanaga. He may still grind out some games and give us some runs or give up a couple home runs. But if he's on and he's hype, tomorrow's going to be a long day for the Milwaukee Brewers on Thursday. We'll just have to see what happens with that. But again, man, I'm just super excited for the Chicago Cubs team picking up this victory, picking up this series win. And tomorrow going for a 4th win, man. Like I said, win as many games as you can, pull it as close as possible. And right now, the Chicago Cubs are looking to do just that. With that being said, we also do have breaking news. We do have breaking news that came out. Kyle Tucker, finally the truth comes out. Kyle Tucker was diagnosed with a broken hand, a fractured hand, a hairline fracture in his right hand in June, and continued to try to play through that fractured right hand in June. He wanted to keep playing for the then first place Cubs, choosing against an IL stint as he compiled a .982 OPS that month. But then right after that, his numbers beginning in July tanked, and they have not looked great since. If you guys don't remember, Tucker was injured while sliding into second base against the Cincinnati Reds on June 1st. The x-rays were initially negative, but the team indicated it was just a jammed finger. But further imaging showed a slight fracture on the top of his hand near where the pinky and ring finger meet. And more tests in mid-June showed the injury was healing, but it was still affecting Tucker, who might have begun favoring his hand by then, leading to some poor mechanics. So, again, Jed Hoyer had this to say about it. There's no question that when you look at his numbers, it had an impact on him for sure. So my question to you would be, why in God's blazing name did you allow him to continue to play that full month of July and say, oh, he's just going through a slump. Oh, he's just going through a slump. Why would you continue to allow somebody in a contract year to screw himself over like that by continuing to play? Even if the kid did not want to come out, even if he told you, if you pull me, I won't sign back with you. I still, for the health of him and the betterment of the team, think about how much this team has struggled at the 2 or 3 spot in the batting order. Think about how much he probably suffered trying to play through an injury because he's in a contract year. Kyle Tucker got to be smarter than that, and the Chicago Cubs got to be smarter than that. You guys got to do better. There is no reason Kyle Tucker should have been playing injured. His ABs suffered. The Chicago Cubs suffered. We could have had Owen Casey up here or somebody else doing this, and us winning more games and him sitting out rehabbing, getting better, coming back and getting ready for a postseason run. Instead, he struggled and now he's in limbo. According to Craig Counsell, Kyle Tucker will start back playing during the road trip where we take off after tomorrow and we head to Anaheim to face those Los Angeles Angels. We'll just have to see what happens. But Kyle Tucker made a grave mistake continuing to play with that hairline fracture. Grave mistake. And it's cost him and it's cost the team first place in the division. That slump really, really hurt. But all's well that ends well. Like I said, the Chicago Cubs do go ahead and get the victory against the Milwaukee Brewers. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Do you think Kyle Tucker should have kept playing with the injury, or do you think that he should have set out for an IL stint? Let me know your thoughts. But I specifically think that this is on Craig Counsell, and this is this is on Craig Counsell, and this is on Jed Hoyer. Kyle Tucker had this to say about it though. On Tuesday, he said, "I'm fine. I've played for the most part every game this year. I'm fine going out there." Yeah, you're fine, but your play has been horrible. And we've needed you. There's been moments where we've needed Kyle Tucker to be Kyle Tucker. And he was unable to do that. And it's unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Let me know your thoughts below, guys. Listen, man, I appreciate each and every last one of you for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central. We got a 1:20 start time tomorrow, matinee game. Do not miss it. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so that you never miss an episode. Also, leave a voicemail at 217-816-5498. Sound off on this Chicago Cubs team, on this management team, and on this ownership, as well as you can write me an email at cubsbaseball1992@gmail.com. Also, if you are watching on Spotify or Apple, please make sure that you go ahead and leave me a 5-star rating and a comment below, letting others know, like, hey, this is a Cubs podcast that you definitely want to tune into. Thank you all so much. It means so much to me from the bottom of my heart. I'll be back again for another episode tomorrow. Appreciate you. Until next time, go Cubs.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.